It's Beverly Gale with the Beverly Gale channel, and today I want to talk for a few minutes about how to survive the new normal. We've heard so many conflicting types of information on how to stay healthy, but I've kind of come up with my own little grouping of things, and I wanted to share them with you. So stay tuned and stay healthy. While I was going and doing shopping during the last 65 days, yes, I did go shopping. I went with my son. We discovered that there was some ways that we could stay healthy without worrying about catching the virus. Now, I know that in the beginning, people were using rubber gloves. Now, if you use the gloves, you know how uncomfortable they were. And I made the mistake of trying to use them when I was looking at clothing, and I couldn't feel the materials. And when you take them off, your hands are sweaty, the gloves are sweaty, they stick together. So everyone I talked to said, dump the gloves. So, okay, now what do? Well, we all know we should be wearing a mask. At least right now, this is their very best protection. Now, when you go into a restaurant, as the restaurants begin to open, yes, you can't eat with a mask on, so you take it off, you keep it with you, and as soon as you leave the restaurant, you put it back on. And in the interim, you just stay safe. Here are some of the ways that we have decided to do it. One of the easiest ways to stay safe during this time is to not touch a lot of things. Well, how do you not touch things? Well, without gloves on. Well, we came up with a very easy solution. We call it the COVID cloth. And my son started this, and he would come to me and he said, well, Mother, I don't touch anything. I touch it with my COVID cloth. I said, well, what is that? He said, well, for me, it's just a piece of paper towel. When I go and I press a button on an elevator, I use the COVID cloth. When I open up a door, I use the COVID cloth. And I said, well, why is that so much safer? And he said, because this germ has suckers on it, and it cannot adhere to a rougher surface. So therefore, anytime you might come in contact with COVID, it falls off. I said, well, that kind of makes sense. So we started doing that, and I started with paper towel and found it a little bit bulky for me, better for my son, he has bigger hands. Came up with trying to use a napkin, and that wasn't bad, but again, it was bulky, and I would have to tear it in half or in quarters. And then I thought, what about just using a Kleenex? Kleenex is soft, easily disposed of, easily to fit in your pocket. Pull it out, grab whatever you need to grab, put it back in your pocket. So that keeps you somewhat safe. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't end up touching something with a COVID germ on it, and you won't know that because obviously you can't see it. So how else can you protect yourself? Well, there's a lot of different ways. You can use what most people are using when they can find it, is bacterial gel. And going into the car after you've done your grocery shopping, pump it in your hands, wipe it all over, and my son cleans the steering wheel and the stick on his shift on the car. When I get in the car, I pump it on my hands. I use it on the door handle getting out and in, and the handle by the door, so that when I'm touching these surfaces, and my seatbelt buckle, which is a solid surface. Now, according to even all of the experts, a solid, non-porous surface, the germs can live on, and they can live on it for a long time. And those are the surfaces that you have to be most aware of, which means when you go into a grocery store, bottles, cans, anything with a shiny surface where there are very few pores in it, these are areas where if someone else touches it and has COVID, they will transfer it. So, do you clean everything in a store? No. But when you get to the checkout, if you do it by yourself, you open up the bag, you put the things in, and now you have a place when you get home that you always put the products that need to be sterilized. And if you are vigilant, and if you do this all the time, it doesn't matter what age group you're in, you will not catch COVID virus. So here is the things that I use. They are now starting, because it's very hard to get alcohol. Alcohol is so hard to get that I have a bottle of it and I have a spray bottle of it, but I don't use it very much. However, bleach is something you can get. So what I do is I take a 32-ounce bottle, I add 4 ounces of bleach, and the rest water. So it's 1 part bleach to 3 parts water. And I label mine, and when something comes in, I take a cloth. If you can get them, which you can't always right now, the best wipes are disinfectant wipes because they've got a cloth-like finish to them that's stronger than paper towel. I try using a paper towel, and I've been trying to conserve these because they're very hard to get. But if you have access to them, they are wonderful to use, even when you go shopping. Put one in a Ziploc bag. You could even throw a little spray of bleach on it, and you're set to go. But when you get home, take something like that or a paper towel, spray it good with your alcohol solution, and wipe down everything, top, bottom, sides, everything. Don't miss anything. That's going to help you so that, and then you put them in a spot where you let them dry, and then you can put them away. So you know when you are using any products that come into your home that they are COVID-free. The whole idea is to be COVID-free. And the only way to be COVID-free is to be vigilant in your cleaning processes. After I take all of the products, put them on a clean surface in my kitchen after they've been sterilized, I now take those products, put them away, and sterilize the area they were sitting on. Now, I have in my kitchen a special place where I can put all my groceries. And those are there for a reason, so that I can place my groceries and my mail. Don't forget your mail. You have a lot of people touching your mail, from mail sorters to mail delivery to God knows who. Keep your mail clean. Bring it into your house. Spray off any surface with an alcohol spray. Use a letter opener to open your mail. Take your mail out. Now, if it's a bill, the chances are it was mechanically put there. In other words, people aren't touching it. So you're pretty careful, for something like a bill, it's pretty safe that a bill or a utility bill, that a human being has not even touched it. But if it's any kind of other types of things, you just don't know. Better safe than sorry. You can't see these germs. And the reason they are so scary is that they live for so long. And how long do they live on different surfaces? You ask 3 experts, you get 3 different solutions. I take 21 days as a mean and figure if they're still alive in 21 days, then I'm not going to be. I'm going to catch something. But so far, since I've been out and I've been shopping, I have stayed the course by being COVID-free, using my COVID cloth when I'm out, cleaning my hands very judiciously with my gel, or if you can't find the gel, because sometimes you can't get it, use an antibacterial wipe, put it in a baggie. When you get into the car, open up the baggie, clean your hands real good. That doesn't mean when you don't get home and after you've sterilized everything, you don't wash your hands. The germ cannot live in a soapy environment, and that's why they have said over and over and over again, continually wash your hands. That's how you stay safe. That and the fact that you don't want to be out touching your eyes, your nose, and your mouth at any time when you are out. Only after you come home, scrub your hands down really good with warm soapy water, sing happy birthday, and then you can scratch your face. But these are ways that I have found to keep me safe, and I wanted to share them with you. So I hope that you are using the same things I am using, and if you haven't thought about them, that these are ways for you to make life easier for yourself, and you'll be less frightened that something is going to get you. Until next time, this is Beverly Gale, and we'll talk to you again soon. Stay healthy out there. Bye for now.